Thank you for attending this information session about the Master of Science, Technopreneurship and Innovation Program, MSc-TIP. I am the director of the MSc-TIP program. Now I'm going to share the screen with you when I share the details of this program. Can you see this screen? Okay, perfect. So I will share the information about the program for about 20 to 25 minutes, followed by a Q&A session. Feel free to ask questions by text or here. The Master TIP program is offered in NTU. As you know, NTU in recent years has been consistently ranked as the top young university by various ranking agencies. In NTU, there are various disciplines, the research fields. They are also ranked among the top 5 in the world, such as the material science, the EEE, engineering at large, chemistry, computer science. The Nanyang Technopreneurship Center, or NTC, is located within the NTU campus. The center was established in January 2001, so the center has about 20 years history now. It received funding support from NTU and the Singapore's EDB. It's a multidisciplinary university level center. The mission of the center is to educate and nurture leaders for the entrepreneurship ecosystem. These leaders, they are capable of leveraging technology advancements to create products or services to meet the society's needs. In NTC, with the MSc-TIP program, we enable these leaders to acquire academic knowledge, to cultivate the entrepreneurship mindset, and also to develop the business skills to run and operate the businesses. As I mentioned just now, the center was established in 2001. The following year, 2002, NTC started to offer entrepreneurship program in graduate diploma format. 4 years later, in 2006, the program grew into a full-time program now, which is a 1 year, 12 months. This MSc-TIP since 2006 has been offered in parallel in English and in Chinese. And in 2014, about 7 years earlier from now, there's also a part-time program in 2 years in English. I'm happy to share with you, in 2018, the Master of Science TIP program was awarded the Global Entrepreneurship Education Excellence by ICSB, which is International Council for Small Business. ICSB was founded in 1955. It is the oldest and the largest nonprofit organization dedicated to promote growth and development in small business and enterprise. So this award, the Winnies Award, is based on 3 criteria: the curriculum, the teaching pedagogy, and the impact generated by our alumni. Coming to pedagogy and the program features, there are quite a number. As a master program, there is a strong theoretical foundation and a framework. The program emphasizes new venture creation and growth, the skill set, the mindset, the knowledge, surrounded in different stages of a venture growth. The program, while has a strong theoretical foundation, is very much also practice-oriented with a hands-on approach. The participants gain experiential learning and the transformational experience in the sense of the mindset change, the growth of the skills, and also the knowledge. There's also team building, leadership, computer simulation gaming, encouragement in participation business plan, business model development, and also exposure to real technologies. In a nutshell, participants has good exposure to the entrepreneurship ecosystem. I'm also happy to share the program has gone through a systematic curriculum revision because the program has about 20 years history. It's coming to the mature stage. So based on the emergent technology and also the dynamic market need, the program has been revised to incorporate 7 core modules consisting of Introduction to Entrepreneurship, which is the foundation of entrepreneurship, the entrepreneur marketing and the business development, the new venture financing, which is about various financing forms and options and approaches, about angel funding, VC funding, and other forms of funding for new and nascent ventures. There's also more operational, even about managing growing ventures, covering HR, leadership, strategy, concerning the growth of a new startup. Number 5, there's entrepreneurship, entrepreneurial mindset. Students will be exposed to a list of emerging technologies such as AI, blockchain, meditech, edutech, a series of technologies. And the students, while being exposed to these technologies, they need to form teams to think, to evaluate, to analyze the technologies, to link to the need of the society and the market to develop business plans. By this approach, their mindset will be transformed from looking how to look at the technology and how to convert into a possible business. Number 6, design the system thinking, which is about innovation methodology. And number 7, Technopreneurship challenge. Incorporate a capstone project to look at the real businesses, entrepreneur ventures, their challenges, and come out with viable solutions, problem solving to such challenges. That's why you can see the courses are very much hands-on. The students, they need to really apply the framework and the skill sets to solve the entrepreneurship challenges and the problems. In addition to the 7 core modules, we also offer elective courses. These 3 elective students have the opportunity to choose among the 6 elective courses to fulfill the need of attending 3 elective courses. And these totally 6 elective courses are structured in 3 categories. And these 3 categories we call focus areas. Number 1, entrepreneurship practice. Number 2, new venture financing. Number 3, entrepreneurship policy. These 3 focus areas they are driven by our aims and our preparation for our participants to meet the market demand. And also these are aligned to the potential career ambitions of our participants. They may want to, for example, linking to number 1 focus area, they want to be real entrepreneurs or corporate entrepreneurs. Number 2, new venture financing, they want to be investors. Number 3, in relation to the entrepreneurship policy, they want to be policy makers, working for non-profit organizations to develop policies or to facilitate the entrepreneurship ecosystem. So among these 3 categories of focus areas, we have 6 elective courses you can see. There are 2 elective courses each under these focus areas. Supplementary to the core and the elective courses, we have high impact leadership development program and the networking opportunities provided to the participants. The adventure learning bootcamp, networking, mentoring sessions, and also we have an overseas immersion program. In the past, we have brought students to the States, the Silicon Valley, San Diego, and some cities in the East Coast. They network with entrepreneurs, learn from the real businesses, founders, and the investors in overseas. However, due to this year's uncertainty, the COVID-19, unfortunately, we cannot make it. However, we also will do necessary arrangement. So the overseas immersion program is important, but it is subject to various conditions. We also have a strong alumni network. The participants over the years, they are from above the 30 countries or regions around the world. We have a long list of these places, as you can see from the map. We have about 1,100 over alumni. And according to the statistics that we have, about 40% of the alumni, after their graduation, they participate in the entrepreneurship practices. They start up new ventures. It's also our honor that we have, in the past of several years, we have 3 alumni entered the Forbes 30 under 30 young and promising entrepreneur list. Ted Chen from the class of 2015. This is the Forbes 30 under 30 Asia 2016 in the manufacturing and energy sector. Adrian Ang from the class of 2018 also received the Forbes 30 under 30 Asia 2018, and also Juve was from India, and he received this award last year. He and his partners are working in the new agriculture we call AgTech entrepreneurs. If you want to know the more details about these alumni and also get more information about them, please feel free to contact us. We, as mentioned, we have more than 1,100 alumni. They are placed in different sectors in these industries. For example, marine, oil, and the gas industry, coaching, training, healthcare, and technology. In terms of admission, we expect the applicants to have a good bachelor's degree, strong entrepreneurship aspiration, or innovation spirit. If you have work experience, it's preferred. Full-time 1 year and a part-time 2 years. In terms of application, for the full-time, the deadline has passed. For full-time or for part-time, the deadline was 15 May. However, with the university approval, we have extended the deadline until 22 May, which means from today, we have 1 more week. If we're interested to consider part-time, please hurry up to apply for the part-time program. In terms of fee, Singaporean citizen, the tuition fee is 37,000. Permanent residents and international students, the fee is 52,000. All the figures showing here have not included the 7% GST standard. So you need to add on the GST onto these figures. So more relevant now in terms of the time still available to apply is a part-time program. If you are the permanent resident, PRs, and international students, you want to apply for the part-time, you are eligible to apply for the 15,000 Entrepreneurship Study Award. And if you are NTU alumni, you have received a degree, either undergraduate or postgraduate degree, you want to consider doing the MSc-TIP part-time program. There's also a grant, 15,000 to apply for. And if you are a Singapore citizen, there's a scholarship. Mr. Chua Tian Paul, the donor, offers this scholarship. It's a full-time, this scholarship covers the full program fee. And we also have an Entrepreneurship Study Award for Singapore citizens. So as a Singaporean citizen, in addition to get a favorable tuition fee at 37K, on top of that, you can still apply for the 15,000 Entrepreneurship Study Award. So due to the time constraint, finish the presentation here. And now I want to give the opportunity for you to ask questions, and I will be happy to answer your queries.
Hi, Zhiqiang.
Yes.
There are some questions in the chat
Okay.
and Q&A. Maybe you would like to answer them.
Okay. Let me take a look. Here, yeah, link to, there's a, do all Singaporeans get the Entrepreneurship Study Award upon application? No. Singaporean, as I mentioned, if admitted into the program, will get the favorable the tuition fee at 37,000. So if for this Entrepreneur Study Award is on competitive basis, so they need to actually apply and subject to the review of the committee. It's not automatic. Is there a long program? Claire, can you actually offer some answer for this long program? I think only there's very limited, some organization may offer loan, but not for all.
There isn't any student loan. What most of them do is they get a personal loan from the bank.
Yeah, personal loan is not from the loan from the program or the university.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it means the loan is offered by third party and also is subject to each individual. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does the NTU Alumni Grant apply to Singaporean as well? It's not a repetitive. So it means as a Singaporean can, for example, you will get just pay the fee of 37,000. So for the NTU alumni, will actually has, so means it cannot get both 15,000. So for Singaporean, while getting, as I mentioned, paying 37,000 program fee, and so what eligible next is to apply for the study award. And on competitive basis, if the Singaporean can get the award, then we'll get a further 15K deduction from the tuition fee. Or the Singaporean can apply for this Cha-Tian-Po scholarship. Can it be so it's not this is not stackable. What is the number of applications per place? What is the number of applications per place for? I'm here, I try to understand the application. Actually, application, we have a few hundred applications for the program. And we have a master TIP in English and a master TIP in Chinese. And I also want to answer you, maybe you want to know, say, what's the size of the class? Typically, a class, a program consists of about 40 to 50 students in one class. Here's a question: how many students were there in the part-time course for the part 3 years? Now, how many is expected for this new intake? Typically, the part-time program we have about 20 in one intake. And at this moment, we cannot answer because we are still receiving applications from the new intake. What is the grading format? Is it exam, thesis, or project? So in terms of the grading, different modules may have different requirements. Some are examined, some are not. So examination typically account for 40 to 50% of the total mark if there's an exam. Sometimes the examination can be 30 to 40%. So the range is 30 to 50% if there's an exam. But there's a lot of also continuous assessment. And certain projects could be more hands-on or due to the nature may not set exam, and there will be a bigger project and on team-based project. And there's no thesis. Projects, yes, as I mentioned. Does international students need to go through GRE TOEFL? Or is there a direct admission process with bachelor degree qualification? For international students, GRE and TOEFL actually are two different categories of English tests. For GRE is for graduate test, and we don't require GRE score. For TOEFL, it is something equivalent to like IELTS. TOEFL and IELTS are for English proficiency. So if the first bachelor degree is not acquired in English, we require the participants to have to present the TOEFL or IELTS score. So direct admission process, I'm not sure whether I understand it correctly. So here you need to submit the application, and there's no say entry examination. If your documents meet our basic admission criteria, we arrange interviews. Are there any subjects can sign a bond? Any subject can sign a bond? I'm not sure what's the question here. Any subjects can sign. Maybe to elaborate more specifically. What is the mean GMAT score for MSc-TIP? As I explained, this is not an MBA and a normal MBA kind of say standard requirement of GMAT. We don't require GMAT. This is a Master of Science program in entrepreneurship, in technopreneurship innovation. Yeah. And we are not like an MBA requires a GMAT and all these things and the minimum score. Yeah. For part-time, are there classes held over weekend or weekdays? Typically for the part-time program, the classes are held on Saturday, mostly on Saturday. And sometimes it can be offered on evening. For example, typical format will be for the coming intake for the part-time program, could be one whole Saturday and also one of the workday evening. And there's no workday daytime, and it's very few class of the daytime on workdays. So here I have answered all the questions. We have a few more minutes. If you have questions, you can. Okay, there's also more answered. I can, yeah, maybe. Okay, I think these questions have been answered by my colleagues. Individual questions. Okay, one more from Damin. What is the demographic of the students? Maybe in terms of average age or career background? Yeah, very good question. So, okay, in terms of the average age, the average age in terms of because the class typically we have about 50% of students have a few years of working experience, and some may have 20 years of working experience, and also about 40–50% of the students in the past, they are fresh graduates. This kind of profile. So it's a good mix. And the background, the career background, is really very diversified. And they came from engineering background, from family business background, investor, banker, and also company management staff, executives. And also in terms of their training background, about 40% from engineering science background. The others coming in terms of their bachelor degree, coming from management, social science, linguistic, law, banking, and all these social science. And even every year we have a few students coming from medical fields as well. You're most welcome. If you are interested and you, after some reflection, because for the part-time we have 1 more week, and you may think one week it's really quite intense for you to make an important decision. Feel free to approach us, to contact us, writing us an email, and you can actually from our website NTU NTC or from our e-brochure, you can see the email address. Write an email us, and we definitely will come back to you. And even we can arrange a Zoom or a Microsoft Teams or Skype, have a one-to-one chat. Alisa, your question is how much is the course fee for a foreigner? Okay, as a foreigner, as I mentioned, the international student, the part-time program fee is 52,000 Singapore dollar. On top of that is a 7% GST. And for the part-time program, the fee can be paid on 2 installments in addition to the deposit. So if you got admission, you need to pay the deposit first. Then you get enrolled into the program. And so the program fee minus the deposit, the remaining amount will be divided into 2 installments. In the first week, after you get enrollment into the program, you pay the first installment. 1 year later, you pay the second installment. Yeah, I think 1 more minute, I'll pass to the organizer, Sean.